when I'm thinking about who the best players in the world are, I think, what do the best players in the world think of those players? Like, if you ask, like, the best players in the world, who have you played with that is the best? Surely their opinion overshadows anyone else's. And I found this video of people talking about R9, and let me turn this off. They're basically talking about the original Ronaldo and how he was when he played, and it's a fascinating video because it's the greatest of the great, the Zidanes, Jose Mourinho's, Thierry Henry's. These are great players who played against them, and just undeniably say he was the greatest. He was the greatest ever to walk on a footy pitch. So we're gonna watch the video and just react to the opinions that are on the video. And yeah, I'm gonna see if I'm biased towards him because I loved him when I was a kid. He was the greatest footballer I've ever seen. But we're gonna watch the video anyway, and we'll see what people say of him. It is a very interesting video to watch. So
Ronaldo Nazario, the best Ronaldo ever, and I'm so the same. The best football player I have ever seen on a pitch. I think injuries killed a career that could be even more incredible, but the talent this guy had with 19 years old here, Ronaldo Nazario, something incredible. So this is the final against Paris Saint-Germain, Rotterdam, 1-0, 1997, Ronaldo goal.
So let's just think about that lineage for a second there. I just want to point it out. At Barcelona in the 90s, we had Bobby Robson, who was the manager. We had Jose Mourinho, who was his understudy, who was basically his coach. And we had Ronaldo Nazario, and we had Pep Guardiola in that team as well. That lineage of managers, just alone, just think about how incredible that is. As Jose Mourinho puts it, that is football heritage. That's why he was so successful, Mourinho, because he was just bred from that Barcelona team in the 90s was just the elite of football. It was just the elite of the elite in football. So we'll carry on. But look, he's just saying there, Ronaldo Nazario, and he's managed the best of the best. Mourinho was the greatest player he's ever seen on a football pitch.
1-0. Best player you've ever seen?
Yeah.
That good?
That good.
Wow.
That good. Not with a career like Cristiano, Messi, 15 years at the top every day. But the natural talent, incredible. But
I'm sure you've been asked this question many, many times, but it is a difficult question.
That's what it was, the natural talent. Like, he was a natural finisher. It's like Messi's a natural footballer. Cristiano's more of a manufactured footballer because he's had to work at it. He's become an athlete, and through his athleticism, and his drive, he's become that. Whereas Ronaldo just had it. Messi just had it. It's a different kettle of fish, a different type of footballer.
Who is the best player you have played
Is Zidane.
or against in your career?
sans hésitation, Ronaldo.
Without hesitation, Ronaldo.
That's Zinedine Zidane, who has played every great player you can think of at Real Madrid and at Juventus and for France in 1998. Winning the World Cup, played in World Cup finals, won the World Cup, won the Champions League. He's played with the best of the best. And without hesitation, Ronaldo Nazario is the best he's ever played with.
Why?
C'est the best. Et pourquoi? Parce que...
And why? Because we see very often, for me, very big players step up and perform in big games. And that's what he did. But I was especially impressed with him during training. He had such an ease with the ball. It was quite disconcerting and sometimes even irritated people. But it was a part of his personality to irritate people from time to time.
That's like what Zidane said there, the ease he had with the ball. Like when he used to run at players. In fact, we're going to watch. Let me just see who else is on this. We've got Roberto Carlos and Drogba. This is Drogba and Rio Ferdinand talking about him.
The passion for football, Ronaldo, phenomenal.
The Brazilian Ronaldo.
Because he changed the striker's game.
Zidane. artists.
Yeah.
What does Ronaldo? I can see when you said Ronaldo's name, your face changed.
But players, one against one, he can make the difference. And what he was doing during that time is exactly what Cristiano is doing now.
That's an interesting perspective from Drogba. What Ronaldo Nazario was doing at that time is what Cristiano was doing now. Obviously, this is like 10 years ago. But people forget how good Ronaldo was. Like I can't even explain it. He made fools of people. Like he made great defenders look like babies. He made them look like pissed babies on the pitch. Like he was that good. You know how good you have to be to make like Rio Ferdinand look stupid on a pitch. It's insane the level of talent that he had, and who he was playing against in that La Liga in the 90s, and he made them look like pissed babies. It was just, it was silly. I'm gonna go off this and type in R9 highlights. I know highlights sort of don't really give you the full aspect of who someone is, but you get a feel for how quick he was. Just look at the way he controls the ball, look at his pace, look at the skill, look at the vision, the finishing. He had everything you'd ever want as a striker: strength, balance, skill, vision, score with any foot, header. He was just prolific. He was just a wonderful player. Take a look at these. One thing to notice about these highlights is that it looks like the video's getting played on double speed. He was that quick, and that his ball control was that good. He sends players the shop. Like he sends players into different dimensions. He must have snapped so many. I reckon he snapped at least 1,000 ankles. He just sent players like it looked like a massacre. Once he'd run through a defence, it looked like he'd massacred them. It was insane. Check these highlights out. I'm just gonna put this on mute because I don't want to get any copyright. But look at these highlights. Look at the way he moves with the ball. It's just players just fold. Players just literally get ghosted. See you later. Nowhere near him. Lunging in to foul him. Nowhere near him. On his arse. Nowhere near him. Look at this for a goal. Runs through it's like he's on double speed. It's literally like he's been fast forwarded. All the other players just standing there like, what the fuck are we supposed to do? It's just, I always try and explain how good he was by saying it was like he was thinking quicker than everyone else. It was like he's seen things before anyone else. Have you seen that film with Nicolas Cage in where he sees things into the future, but he can only see a minute? He can only see a minute into the future, but he sees all the different possibilities. Ronaldo Nazario was Nicolas Cage in the 90s. He could see the next 5 outcomes. He knew before the defenders did. If he moved that way, if he dropped his shoulder that way and then moved to the right, that defender was going to be on his way to fucking Amarillo, because he weren't getting anywhere near Ronaldo and he weren't getting anywhere near the ball. He done it to the keepers as well. Dropped the shoulder. Which way you going? And the keeper just flops back like a fucking pregnant fish. It was just, he embarrassed people. And, oh, mate, it's so sad that the injury, the things he managed to achieve with the injuries that plagued his career was incredible. I think he won 2 or 3 World Cups, 2 World Cups, Ballon d'Or. Never won the Champions League, which is mad, which is a mad stat. But what a player. Just look at these highlights. The way he controls the ball and knocks it about. I've said this before about Zlatan. It's like he had battleships markers on the pitch. You know, on battleships where you've got different markers and you know where everyone is. It's like he could see that from above before he made his move. So he could see where every player was. And he'd look at that, like it's a split second. Look at this. This is all slowed down. Look at this skill here. This is what sums him up for me. Look, so he's got a player with his back he's got his back to a player here in the box, right? There's another player coming in to double up on him. This is slowed down, this video. Look at the strength he's got, the awareness he's got, the split second decision making that he executes to not only pull the ball away from the player, but to absolutely embarrass him and then nutmeg the other one and then go and move on towards goal. This is something we've never seen. Messi's the only one I've seen who can actually embarrass players. Look at this. This is art. This is just like art. Look at this. Last second, pull it away. That number 10 should have retired because that was just disrespectful. And then look at this. He pulls it to the right and then, nutmegs the other player and he has to foul him in the end. Look at this. Nutmegs him. The awareness. Pull it round. The way he keeps the ball moving. Again, it's like he had the ball on a string. I'm running out of things to describe, but it's important to me to tell you how good he was. It's important to me to explain what he was capable of doing. It was like he had the ball on a string and he could just pull it, but obviously without his hands. But he knew where to put it, so it was just millimeters away from the defender's foot. He knew that if he moved it 1 millimeter to that side, that the defender would swing at it and completely miss, which would give him the space to then move into that space. But then another defender was coming, so he knew that he was coming beforehand, so he'd move it just to the point where that defender couldn't reach it, so that he could move the other way. He was the phenomenon for a reason, and he was just a complete magician. He was a fantastic footy player, and hopefully I've got across how good he was. And I'm going to finish this podcast with a drawing of him, which you'll be able to see at the end, and I'll recreate it as a phone wallpaper. I've drawn him a few times, but I'll recreate this one and make it available for you to download for your phone. But yeah, what a legend he was. What a trip down memory lane it is watching. I could sit there and watch highlights of him all day. And if you don't know who Ronaldo Nazario is, you're missing out. Just go back and search on YouTube R9 highlights, and you can sit there for hours. He was just tremendous.